Now, it should come as no shock to any of you that I am a big fan of the Goodyear Wrangler Ultra Train AT tires, enough so that a year ago I put a set on my 2016 Toyota Tacoma, and a couple months back I also added a set to my 2017 Toyota 4Runner. So obviously I think it's a really great tire setup, and while I've had quite a few videos showing these tires in action and talking a little bit about the specifics on these tires, I haven't actually done a proper tire review, and that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. Specifically, I want to talk about 5 reasons that I would recommend buying a set of Goodyear Wrangler Ultra Train ATs if you're in the market for a new set of tires. Let's start off with a quick walk around of both vehicles. Starting off on the 4Runner, see that we've got a set of 265/70 R17 tires. That's actually the same stock size that you get on the 4Runner, but because of the aggressive sidewall and tread pattern, gives the vehicle a much more aggressive look than what you see with those stock tires. See that the tread pattern is very aggressive and has quite a bit of depth to it as well. Of course, gives the vehicle a much more aggressive look. What I really love about these tires is that they aren't any larger than those stock tires, and yet they give it that much more beefy look. I actually considered going with a set of 275s or 285s and decided to stick with this stock size to help with gas mileage, and yet it still gives it a very aggressive look because of these tires. Now, for comparison, if we look at the Tacoma, these tires are slightly oversized when compared with these stock tires. They are a set of 265/75 R16s. That's compared with the 265/70 R16s that come standard on the TRD off-roads. So that 75 designation increases the height of the tire. That combined again with the sidewall and tread pattern gives it a much more aggressive look than what you would see stock on the Tacoma. Really like how these enhance the look of both the Tacoma and the 4Runner. With that, let's get into the 5 reasons that I recommend these tires. Now, the first reason that I'd recommend the Goodyear Wrangler Ultra Trains is that they're a great looking tire. And you can see that with the walk around of both the 4Runner and the Tacoma, that it really enhances the look of both vehicles, and I could not be happier with these tires from that standpoint. Now, I've got to admit that when I originally got the tires for the Tacoma, I had quite a debate among a number of the different tire options that are out there. There really are a number of good tire options. I had this natural gravitation, like many others, to go directly to the BFG KO2 tires, decided not to get those, and I am really pleased with that decision. I've got another video on my channel, I'll put a link to it in the upper right hand corner, comparing the Goodyear Wrangler Ultra Trains on my Tacoma to a set of BFG KO2s on my friend Matt's. Take a look at that video and see them side by side. Definitely both good looking tires, but the thing that I like most about the Ultra Trains is they have this more aggressive kind of almost a little bit wider appearance to them that I think really enhances the look. The second reason that I recommend the Ultra Train ATs is that they offer superior traction. It's been really impressive on both vehicles to see how much these tires have improved the performance of both vehicles in all weather conditions as well as in off-road driving. And that difference has been most noticeable in my Tacoma. I think the reason for that is because it's lightweight in the rear, so the vehicle was pretty quick to fishtail when we got snowy or icy roads and it was still in 2-wheel drive. After I put in 4-wheel drive, it handled pretty well, but I found that with these Ultra Train ATs, I'm able to leave the vehicle in 2-wheel drive a lot longer before I need to make that switch to 4-wheel drive. Now, you'll also notice that it's got a really deep tread. That is great for deep snow, for mud, for sand. It's also great if you're in really rocky conditions. Likewise, the sidewall helps with those various driving conditions. And then the tire also has the Mountain Snowflake, which certifies it for severe winter weather. Really great tire for that off-road driving as well as for inclement weather conditions. The third reason that I recommend the Ultra Trains is that they're a very rugged, durable tire. And that was one thing I was always worried about with the original stock tires on both vehicles. When I got into really technical off-road driving, if it was very rocky or there were sharp objects, I was worried about causing damage to the tires or getting a puncture With these tires, I'm not concerned. They're designed with a rugged all-terrain compound that's very resistant to tire punctures as well as to tread chunking. Makes it a much more durable tire for any all-terrain conditions. And then also because it's got a lot more depth to the tread, it's going to be more durable for the long term. The fourth reason that I recommend the Ultra Train ATs is that they offer really great ride quality. And that was something I was a little bit worried about, a little bit skeptical about going from an all-season tire to an all-terrain tire. These tires are a lot heavier, the tread pattern's much more aggressive, they look a lot better, and they offer that better driving capability in off-roading or in snow and other inclement weather, but I was worried that as a result the ride quality would be really rough and that I'd see quite an impact on the fuel economy, and that hasn't really been the case. In fact, I can hardly even notice the difference in that overall ride quality going from the all-season tire to the all-terrain. And as far as fuel economy, I see a drop of about a half mile per gallon. The fifth reason that I recommend the Ultra Train ATs is that they're a relatively good value. You're looking at about $200 per tire with this setup. It's definitely on par with the rest of the industry, and it's much more affordable than what you get with those BFG KO2s. Those tires are going to run you about $50 to $75 more for a full set of tires. So that's a summary of my thoughts on the Goodyear Wrangler Ultra Train AT tires. As you can see, I'm a huge fan of these tires, enough so that I've got a set on both vehicles, and I would highly recommend considering these if you're in the market for a set of all-terrain tires. If you want to buy a set, they're sold exclusively at Discount Tire. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. If you have any other comments or questions on these tires, leave them in the comments section. For more car videos, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.